Dylan Shapiro, and I'm sitting here with our two student council presidents, Michael Lebo and Joey Donfeld. So I was wondering, why did you guys decide to run for Crossroads presidents, and do you think you have any political aspirations for the future?
Well, I decided to run for Crossroads president originally because, well, I've been a grade level representative in 9th and 10th grade, then I was vice president junior year, and in order of things, next thing was president, and it's always been really fun for me to come to school. My first carpool was Olivia Melch, and she was a real powerhouse and someone that I aspired to. And it's always been kind of a great thing that's been part of my life at Crossroads. The dual presidency thing kind of came out of the fact that Michael and I were really kind of running things at student council and really doing a great job. And we both kind of offered two different aspects of leadership to student council, and we talked to each other and said, look, running against each other is just stupid. We're losing pretty much half of student council by doing this, so why not run together? We can offer so much more to the school, kind of screw that elitist kind of to us it's not about the president, it's about getting stuff done, and that's what I think we've been reflecting.
Yeah, I think the same for me. I started student council after him. I started in kind of 10th grade, just going, and then 11th grade I was the vice president with Joey. And I think that the idea to run together first came up, I think we were both thinking about it independently, and then we started talking about it on our way back from looking at our prospective prom location last year, and we were talking about how we'd pretty much been doing kind of running student council a lot last year, and how we were doing a good job working together, and we were just like, this is silly, we should just continue doing it next year. And then as for political aspirations afterwards, I'm just worried about college right now, and I have no idea what I want to do after.
Okay, and what do you think the advantages of having co-president? I mean, as you said, you guys both brought two different things to the table, so what do you think that was for each of you?
I think it is such an advantage because me and Michael have an impeccable communication. We were pretty much, as vice presidents, we were leading student council with Hasek last year, and we were running one unit. We kind of thought the same way. We didn't argue or anything, and it just seemed like it was the kind of thing that just in the moment it seemed like it worked, and I think it does work. And we just together we offer so much more to the student body that it just made sense. I mean, it seemed stupid to kind of lose one of us, because that would hinder the kind of student experience and student council in general.
I think Joey said it adds a lot more, and it adds twice as much because there's two of us, and we have now twice as much time. And we've been doing a really good job just keeping each other on the same page and letting each other know what the other one's doing. And this way we just can get twice as much done, and we have a lot more time this way.
Cool. All right, and with the modification of administration this year and Bob Riddle at the helm, what changes, if any, would you like to see in either the philosophy or running of Crossroads?
Bob Riddle kind of popped his head in a couple days ago while we were talking to Tom, and he seems like he's really interested in kind of bridging the gap between this, not bridging the gap,
upstairs administration.
Yeah, and kind of making it more like one kind of machine, and I think that's great. I think that it kind of the horizon is all the greater, I guess. And I'm just really excited. I mean, hopefully, we're going to do a lot more, and it looks like everyone's willing to help, and everyone's kind of thinking positive. So, yeah, I think the changes are going to be great and good.
Yeah. Same.
All right. And how do you feel that the two of you can improve Crossroads, and ultimately, what are your main goals for the school year?
I think our main goals for the school year, there's a lot of kind of granular and microscopic goals, concerning food and events. But I think our goals are kind of the same, and we each kind of have our own different. But I think in some of the greater goals are kind of creating a greater presence of student council, kind of changing the way people view student council at Crossroads, and kind of getting Crossroads together and kind of creating more of a community, making sure everyone goes to the games, and kind of just changing the whole way people look at school. And I think that's not something that's going to happen in a year, but I think that's something that we can start. I think it's something that we started last year, kind of using these events and using the kind of presence that we've gained in the past and using that to move towards the school.
Yeah, I think it's been our goal. I think it's always been student council's goal to get people to go to other people's events and promote like cooperation between like different student groups and stuff. And I think that's like a big goal this year. And I think it's something that we're really going to make like strides towards.
Right. And how do you exactly plan on raising that school spirit?
Well, I think one thing that we've been talking about, which we haven't figured out exactly how it's worked, but we're going to start. We don't know the name of it yet, but some sort of council with not another student council separate from the one we're working with, but just with a leader from every aspect of the school. Leader from every club leader, every captain of every team, the plays, dances, every music group, just somebody from Crossfire, from everything, to come to represent their contingency in Crossroads, and hopefully get people talking to each other, and have through that maybe people go support each other at events and hopefully raise the school spirit from there.
I mean, I think there's multiple different levels of kind of getting people involved. The most immediate level is just kind of getting us student council members. There's 14 people here today. If all of us can go, that's a huge. We already are a huge presence on campus. Going to all of the events, that's one part of it. Another part of it is using these events, in and out, Tito's, tacos, all those events, and trying to use that to promote the events of those days. Let's say Tito's is on a day when there's jazz performance. Kind of saying, here's a Tito's taco, go to the jazz performance. And of course the council Michael's talking about, which is going to be really good. The important thing is just to get kids passionate about the things you're doing at school.
So guys.
And as graduating seniors this year, how do you hope to leave your mark on Crossroads?
I think we've already started. I think student council reputation improved a lot last year. I think it's gonna do a lot of things this year, a lot of amazing things. And I think that just leaving student council in a really good place with the school and with the administration is kind of the mark I want to leave with Crossroads, and kind of open the door to do a lot more, in the future through student council.
Yeah, I mean, kind of what we've been talking about, kind of creating that togetherness, and yeah, I mean, pretty much what Michael said. I mean, I think the mark that we leave is going to be what the next year continues to do. Kind of leaving what we've started onto the next year, because the things that we're doing, there's some immediate impact, but I think the greater impact that's going to happen is not going to happen next year or the year after that, but in the upcoming years.
All right. And, because everyone wants to know the dying question, what foods do you guys plan on bringing at lunch?
Well, there's definitely the same old Bay-Cities, Tito's Tacos.
In-N-Out is already scheduled for the 22nd of September.
So we've got that, and then we've got a few more surprises that we're going to keep to ourselves. So there's definitely some good food and some good events. We've got some very nice events coming up.
Do you want to share about those events?
I think we're going to leave those a little surprise.
All right.
A little romance for next year.
And do you have any advice for the student body?
Yeah, get involved. I mean, I almost wish I think someone's very involved in the school, but get involved in something. I mean,
Student council.
Student council, yeah.
Student party.
Just find something you're passionate about, because really getting an education, I think is also about finding something you're passionate about. So find something you like to do. It doesn't have to be something that you're going to do forever, but find something you like to do at Crossroads and kind of take that and run with it.
I think student council is definitely going places this year, and so I think that anybody who's kind of doesn't know how to get involved, student council is definitely the place to do it this year.
Exactly.
Great. And is there anything else you'd like to add?
I think we said it all.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys both so much.
Thank you very much.